Today I am running 2,000 points of Bloody Rose, bringing some of my favorite characters out to play. Got our Warlord, the High Abbess Sanctorum herself, Morgan Vall. She's amazing. I paid for her Warlord trait, so she'll be rerolling all her hits and wounds whenever she wants to in combat, as well as she has her Supreme Command ability to do that within the shooting phase to a unit within 6 as well. We brought the Living Saint herself, Saint Celestine. Love her so much. Hopefully will not roll a 1 on her revival. We got the Canoness. I have kitted her out with Chaplain of Sacrifice, so she can fight on death, as well as reroll all her hits in combat. And I've given her the Blazing Ire Warlord trait to advance in charge and get that extra attack that we all love. Moving on to elites, because we're not running troops, because we don't need to run troops anymore. Dogmata. She's just there to give out some bonuses to attack, as well as hold some objectives potentially. 2 bricks of 10 Sacrosanct. Repentant Superior. She's in the designated support slot because I have a Canoness running with 2 units of Repentia, 1 unit of 9, 1 unit of 5. Going over to Fast Attack, 1 unit of Dominions there with the Storm Bolters. You got 2 units of 5 Zephyrim, each with the Pennant to reroll that charge. And then in the Heavy Support, 1 squad of 3 Multi-Melta Retributors with 1 Cherub, 2 Pennant Engines in 1 squad. We got a Rhino. I almost forgot. The Bodyguards of Vall herself, the Paragons, 3 Swords, 3 Multi-Meltas, 3 Storm Bolters, technically 6 Storm Bolters. A lot of shots, a lot of faith, and that is my 2K list.
Hi, so today we're running a 2,000 point Iron Hands army. This is the new Arks of Omen heavy support detachment. In my HQ slot, we have 1 Master Chaplain. He's running the Tempered Helm as his relic. Here we got a Tech Marine. He'll be acting as a proxy for Iron Father Pharaohs. And here we have Primaris Tech Marine. He's running Targeting Protocols, and he's also running Rites of War. Over here in the heavy support category, we have 3 Last Fusel Eliminators. We have 1 3-man group of heavy eliminators. It's got a multi-melta in that group. This unit here is another 3-man heavy meltas. Got a 5-man unit of heavy plasmas. And then we got back here a Gladiator Reaper with all the trimmings. In the back line here, we have, in my elite slots, we have 2 fully kitted out Redemptor Dreadnoughts, Plasma, Icarus Rocket Pods, all the Gatling guns. Also running an Invictor Tactical War Suit using the auto cannons. In my fast attack slot, we have 1 unit of suppressors. We have an ATV with the Gatling cannon. And then I'm running a Impulsor Transport with the Sky Talon array on the top. Yeah, so the whole focus of this army is heavy weapons with the reroll 1s basically innate to the entire army. Allows basically all my forces to maximize their shooting no matter where they are on the board. You'll notice that there's no captain either, right? So it allows me to do away with that.
Welcome, episode 2, Tempest of War. So excited for this game. Just wanted to say as we start, thank you for the support in the first video. I'm not an expert at doing this, just having some fun with my buddies, and yeah, rolling some dice to see what stories they tell. We got 2,000 points this time, and we have a new person, Brent, behind the camera. Say hi, Brent.
Hello.
He brought his beautiful Marines here. Iron Hands, custom paint scheme. To go to the mission. Using a take and hold today on a Spearhead Assault, a little bit of a weird one. Take and hold, control 1, control 2, control more. 5 points for each one you satisfy in the 2nd to 4th battle rounds. And in the 5th battle round, it's the same exact thing, but the first player goes on the first of their turn and the second player goes at the end of their turn. Delayed reserves. This is something that Brent was not too happy for. This is a little bit of your deep strike, hey?
Yeah, I have a couple units in deep strike and strategic reserves.
This allows you on a turn 2, you have to roll 3 up in order to bring them in. And on turn 3, you do the same thing, but you add 1 to your result. So it makes it a little bit tricky.
Yeah, fingers crossed that won't bite me in the ass.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Let's do first turn roll off. Do you want to go first or second?
Yeah, I want you to go first. I want you to, you're gonna have to bring yourself out into the open a bit to expose yourself. Yeah, I'm a shooting army, so I need you to commit to movement.
That's a good start.
Like signs looking good. Oh.
Marines.
Yeah.
Turn 1.
Turn 1.
Turn 1 for the Iron Hands. Double Homer, not the best one against the melee army. Investigate Sight, also not the best one against the melee army. But that's probably the perfect one for the Iron Hands. Would you say, Brent?
Yep, looking forward to that one. Not looking forward to deploy teleport Homer, so I'm going to spend a CP to ditch that.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, well, what do we get? No prisoners.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
Iron Hands advancing up the board. For someone who did not want turn 1, it's looking pretty good.
Creeping up the board.
Creeping up the board.
Cautiously creeping.
Yeah.
Got the Invictor Tactical Warsuits got a position on the Repentia. I want to thin them out. These Eliminators are just touching into ruins, so they have a shot on the Rhino. This Dreadnought here, lining up to shoot at the Penitent Engines, as well as these heavy Hellblasters back here, and the Heavy Intercessors with their Executor Bolt Rifles. Dreadnought here, lining up for the Sacrosancts in the building, as well as standard Intercessors here.
All right, here we go to the shooting phase. We'll see what happens. Iron Hands shooting phase, turn 1. The results are in. 1 less engine over there. 6 less Repentia over there. A handful less Sacrosancts. Wasn't a bad shooting phase, Brent. What did you say?
It was a bit subpar. I was hoping for a bit more output. My deployment's a bit off. Not able to get all the guns I wanted to into a line of sight.
A little worried about the passion of the Bloody Rose.
Yeah. Well, I had to play cagey because I couldn't deploy straight up on the line, or else you'd easily get into me.
This game would be over pretty quick.
Huh? Yeah, exactly. I've learned that lesson the hard way.
No prisoners, not done yet. You've got wounds of destroyed models. So you've done 11. You know what? I actually think you've done this one. This is done because you've done up to 15 wounds.
Is it 15 wounds?
Yeah, you've done 15. So this is done. You have 5 points there. These 2 here, however, still to be scored. Sisters of Battle, turn 1, coming up. Objectives for Sisters, got Blood and Guts. Love that for melee. Raise banners, helpful. Investigate sites, tricky. My Rhino can't fit into the building. Hopefully next turn, those Sacrosancts can. Move them up, not a very good advance. Keep the Paragon steady. We booped up these Zephyrim up into Strategic Reserves with the Angelic Ascent. Keeping them here, getting some shots lined up, hopefully over there. And we use our 6 on the Miracle Dice from turn 1 to auto-advance them up. So they move 13 inches. Hopefully a tasty charge onto those Eradicators? No.
Eliminators.
Eliminators, the other E word. A little bit of Blessed Bolts with the Storm Bolters, a little bit of Multi-Melta, a little bit of Missile. I want to see if that guy is still standing at the end of this turn. And the Emperor's will became, what would you say? Bullshit. Yes, we can say that. An explosion, unfortunately, did consistently 3 mortal wounds to every single character next to it. And then my Stormbolters, my Retributors, and Vol took care of the rest. The Feel No Pains were close, not enough. A bad time to roll 6. Looking over at the charge phase. We just got that little one. Repentia redeemed themselves, though you spent 2 CP for some fancy shooting in the Overwatch phase. And it got 1 of them. I didn't know Iron Hands could do that on a 4-up.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Spend 1 CP for the Overwatch and an additional CP to go to a 4-up.
And you're rolling 1s anyways, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember that for next turn. But we blended through them. They're not living for much longer. Effective points. 1 tally for Blood and Guts for 1 unit. Raise the banner with Sacrosancts. And the site has Iron Hands turn 2 coming up. Iron Hands, second turn, new objectives. Bring it down. I think you CP'd to get this one, correct?
Yes, I did.
Yes, unfortunately, you had to deploy teleport homers.
No, I had capture enemy outpost.
Oh, you're right.
Which is nearly impossible right now.
Which this doesn't help either. I'm sure that's going away at some point.
Soon.
But that's my Rhino. 4 wounds left. It's going to be gone. And he'll get 1 tally towards that. Probably another 2
Maybe two.
to 3.
Maybe two
We'll
to
see,
three.
we'll see, we'll
I mean-
see. We got the Dreads running up. Eradicators moving up. Intercessors getting involved.
Take the point,
Taking the points.
unfortunately. And the Eradicators are in position to shoot the rhino.
All right, bye-bye. Please don't blow up.
Please blow.
The field is a lot greener. More red from all the blood that you've caused, Brent. How do you feel about that turn?
Well, I feel much better. Finally was able to output the damage I needed to thin your army. The rolling is still, yeah. It was better. I'm happy. Yeah.
Any charges you want to make?
No charges.
No charges.
No.
Classic Iron Hands move. You for sure brought it down. That rhino's gone. But for sure, overwhelmingly firepowered me. And gonna keep that one?
Behind enemy lines? No, we're discarding.
Just
I got a lot of reserve units in the back, which is really hard to drop down on that.
That is a nice 10 points. Time for Sisters, turn 2. Attempting target. You identify one objective in no man's land, Brent, and I have to control it. I wonder which one you're gonna choose.
It's gonna be this one.
Yeah. Get rid of that one. No prisoners. Moving up the board, got some Repentia coming up to eat this up, hopefully. Zephyrim dropped down, I rolled that 4 up. It was supposed to be a 3 up, I did roll a 4 to get them in. Saracens advanced up, Vol's going there, scooted them here to get the objective. Paragon's gonna shoot that guy there. Celestine looking so glorious on top of the cathedral will descend and bring Holy Rage.
Singing praises to the Emperor. Huh?
Holy praises to those men there. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of shooting. Not much. We'll see what happens. Not bad. Kind of expected that to go. I think it was pretty close. I forget that they have 13 wounds. It's quite a bit. But the Meltas with the Vol rerolls were nice. What was surprising though, that was on 1 wound. 1 wound. So I don't know if I'm gonna charge Celestine to that, or I'm gonna charge Celestine into these ones. I do have a 10 on the Miracle Dice. It's gonna be guaranteed to go in. I do have to worry a little bit about that Overwatch strat. You can use that on the tank.
Yeah.
Will you use it on the tank? Okay.
No comment.
We're gonna find out what happens after we go into the charge phase. A sad day. The Overwatch, what I thought was gonna be spent on Celestine, was spent on the Repentia. Oh, I think money well spent. They're gone. They're gone. The Celestine did charge into the vehicle because I remembered he heals. That's not good.
Yeah, you cut that Reaper tank.
We did, but he's still there. That's a problem. And that's a problem, because that's a problem. So this is a big problem. Blood and Guts went up to 2, almost there. No prisoners at 25. Now I did realize that we miscounted an earlier one, but it's fine. He got it anyways. I investigated site the cannon nest in the middle, so that is 5 points done. And that is the end of my turn. Iron Hands 3. Thoughts for you? Any strategies you're gonna do?
Yeah, well, I gotta start bringing in my reserves.
That's true.
Yeah. Tie gamer, no? 30-30.
I think it's legal that you have to bring them in now.
I do.
Yeah. Tie game. Yeah. Let's see how the Iron Hands do. Turn 3. I am in danger. Luckily, I can't walk through it, but I don't think we're surviving that one. I don't think so. Not that important though. Brent, where else should you move?
ATV held position. The suppressors came out of deep strike just to get a line on the Paragon Warsuits.
Mm-hmm.
Ironfather Pharaohs, he fell back out of combat, so that allows me to take my heavy Hellblasters and my heavy Eradicators and my heavy Intercessors, and we're lining up for Celestine.
You think that's enough?
Hopefully it's enough if she reses. She
We'll
probably
find out.
will, because apparently it's a 2-up.
It is a 2-up. But Brent did just roll a 1.
Yeah, that's right.
We had
I got that type of skill.
the special rule for our mission, which is delayed reserves. And because it's turn 3, you have to roll a 2-up because you get a +1 for your reserve to come in. But obviously, if it does not come in time, well, it's not destroyed because you strategic reserved it.
Yeah, it's not destroyed.
Not destroyed.
Yeah, I just
It's not here now.
try again.
Try again.
Yeah, the bus is late.
Bus is late. You know how that
As
is.
usual.
As usual.
Be translate.
Classic Space Marine transit system. All right, let's get to shooting. Looking a little scarce on the sister side. Characters so dead. 1 Paragon dead. Zephyrim are dead. And Celestine is dead too. But we're gonna see if you can roll and resurrect her.
It's pretty
much guaranteed, right?
Yeah, it could be. Oh,
She's
flirting.
She's up. And you were thinking of charging, correct?
I am charging.
Let's get that in.
That's actually more like a 3.
More like a 3. You're in?
Yeah.
Time to fight. A tit for tat. 1 wound done to Celestine. 1 Gravis taken away. Storm hostile objective is not done. Definitely have Battle Supremacy though. So score that for 5 points.
Cha-ching.
And hold the line. Celestine's alive, so that one's not going to happen this turn. Or my turn. Are you wanting to discard it this turn?
I guess. So this is definitely going to get tossed.
Sure.
And yeah, let's see what's next in the pile. We'll toss it.
All right. I did kill 3 wounds here. So I'm now at 28. I'm almost there. Almost there.
You can do it.
We can do it.
You can do it.
Sisters turn 3. Let's believe. All right. No prisoners. We're 2 away. Gotta get this one done. 1 more unit killed in melee. And defend stronghold. Just gotta hold my deployment zone by the end of Brent's next turn. Paragon's moved up a little bit more to get some shooting here. Celestine fell back, and we're gonna use our fallback and charge to get into these Eradicators. And then these Zephyrim came up. The other Zephyrim swapped to the point. And we're gonna come up and hopefully clear them here. We'll find out. It's a pretty long charge, but we'll see. We'll come back. Celestine taking her fill. Got another one of those Eradicators dead. The Zephyrim blended up those guys, and I've moved on to these Eradicators. We got some transports coming in though, full of some more intercessors, correct?
Yeah, more intercessors.
More intercessors, more points scoring. Looking at the secondaries, 5 points. The pressure's done, 5 points. And this will be next turn, as long as I control my deployment marker, which I don't think that's gonna be a problem. Turn 4 now, right?
Yep.
All right. Iron Hands pulled some saucy secondaries. Raise banner, not so much blood guts. No shooting or surrender. Tricky because Celestine has to die. So he says. I don't think she has to die.
Oh, she's got to die.
She's gonna die. She's gonna die. So they fell back, and then these Hell Blasters are gonna blast something. Your
suppressors are staying on the point to do the action for raise banners.
Yep.
ATV moved up to get some damage on her.
Beep,
Make sure she go down. Heavy intercessors moved into the ruins to get a line on Celestine.
A lot of targets.
Ironfather Pharaohs moved into position just to get a shot on the Zephyrim. That's what they're called?
Yes.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Not many people say that right on YouTube, I find.
Yeah.
It's like Zeraphim and a bunch of stuff.
Zerufferfum. Invictor Tactical War Suit moved up to get some shots on the Paragon suits and potentially charge. And then
The bus arrived.
beep beep.
It's here.
So the buses come in, dumped out the intercessors because Dylan's got the
Defense stronghold.
So if I can knock this stronghold
I don't
off,
score it.
he'll lose the points.
That's big. We'll come back after this shooting is over. Gone she is. It did take the ATV, the Hellblasters, the heavy intercessors.
Yeah, and the Invictor.
And this is the one who took the prize of the Demon Queen herself. Very sad, super dramatic. But now we got a little bit of a charge. You're doing the Dread into the Paragons. You want to charge ball? You want to duel?
No. Maybe.
It'd be fun.
If I don't, you might come in.
It's true. I do fight once per extra per battle. So you could fight me, I'll fight you, and I'll fight you again.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you just making these rules up?
No. I can show you. It's obvious who the favorites are in the Emperor's eyes, but what do you think?
Hey man, I got a special thing. I get to shoot twice.
Yeah, you do get to shoot twice, yeah. That must be nice, wouldn't it?
Okay.
1 suit down, 1 to go. Those intercessors stayed there. Ball's looking a little hungry. Some blood, some vengeance. Raise banners done. Cha-ching. Blood and guts, are we discarding?
Yeah, we're tossing.
Easy. No retreat, no surrender, are we discarding?
Hold on to it.
Hold on to it for now. Now, he did deny me my defense stronghold, so I do not score that, which is too bad. But turn 4, let's see what we can get on our objectives. Deploy Talbot Homer. I have to do 1 unit at the end of the movement phase, and it's wholly within his deployment zone. Maybe. Next one, capture enemy outpost. I have to get your deployment zone. Ooh, think we can do something here. Let's find out. Paragon staying in combat. Canoness staying on the point. Vol avenging the fallen Zephyrim. Sacristans raiding the house. And our Zephyrim, right out of the corner, are going to perform an action and then die. But you know what? We all die to the Emperor one day. And it's a lot holier on this side of the battlefield. Paragon took out the Dreadnought, but to be fair, you were rolling terribly.
Yeah, bad
attacks.
Bad fight rolls.
Like 2 to 1 wound each time.
Yeah, it was super cold.
Morinval did amazing. Cleared both the Marines, fought again with her once per battle, blew up the, didn't blow it up, but destroyed it.
Slayed the Impulsor.
Saxons took the objective, took off the Eradicators, and now it is, well, a close one. We're gonna go to turn 5 and rack up the points. Space Marines turn 5, grind them down. Very likely.
Very likely.
Very
yeah,
likely.
Yeah.
There's a lot of one model things out there. But
Unfortunately, yeah.
I know, you even CP re-rolled it too.
Yeah.
And it was just the same result. Something in my deployment.
That's the rotten.
That's been the theme of this game. You've had to come to my deployment. And you don't want to come to my deployment.
No, I don't.
No.
No, no. Unfortunately, just the way the game played out,
Like-
it was never really
Like tempting target.
a chance for you to get to.
Right? Bloody guts. You're not melee. Behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
Capture enemy outposts. Deploy to Homer. Investigate site. Like all of these have been come to me, and it's not you.
That's the nature of this game. Like Tempest of War.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of variance in this. You can
Yeah.
win at the very end. I
Yeah.
scored 15 at the very end.
Yeah.
And this-
No, I love Tempest of War, but the thing you gotta keep in mind is that it's the cards and the dice with this mode. So really it's all about, you're having fun. Are you bringing lists that you enjoy? Seeing where the game goes, right? And where this game is going is in a lot of more blood for the old Iron Hands.
suppressors are going to open up either on the Paragon War suit or the cannons, right?
Right, yeah.
And I got the ATV also in position to take the shot
Yeah.
for either one. I got Eradicators over here. Actually, they'll probably do the priority. turn
It'll
over
probably
there.
be gone after that.
Blasters for backup. The heavy intercessors over here lining up on the
Yeah.
Zephyrim, as well as Iron Father Pharaohs.
I might only have 2 units left. I think Sacristans and Vol.
Yeah.
Maybe just Vol. That's kind of poetic. We'll see how much carnage there is. And I was right. We got Vol. And the Sacristans there.
Yeah.
I don't think I made... The Paragon did survive a little bit of shooting, but not very much. Grind being successfully done for the Iron Hands. Then Stronghold was unfortunately not taken, or the extended battle lines. And I flipped over 2 cards that didn't work, but I finally got my Defense Stronghold, resulting in an 85-70 victory for the Sisters.
Good game.
Good game, Brent. Thanks for tuning in to Wargame Legion, where the dice tell stories. We'll see what we get on the channel next. Thank you for all of your likes, your comments. You know the drill. Subscribe, and, stay breezy on the tabletop.